Yesterday, I had the chance to talk with Johnny Iguana, a recording artist with an impressive list of accomplishments. He's the co-composer of the score for the hit FX Hulu series, The Bear, a 2021 Blues Award nominee for Piano Player of the Year, and a 2022 Living Blues Award nominee for Outstanding Musician. Johnny is also the co-founder of the band The Claudettes, who will be hitting the stage at CSPS Hall this Friday night. Here's our conversation. Hi, Johnny. Thank you so much for joining us. So you have traveled all over the world. You've worked on Grammy-nominated albums. Tell us how it all began. How did you start your love for music?
Well, I've wanted to print on the back of a band T-shirt before the command, when in doubt, go out, because I was living in New York City after college, and I was doing what they call cover copy, writing the back covers of books. And writing the inside sleeves for hardcover books, and it was a fun job. And I was an English major, and I had a piano, like a keyboard in my room. I'd always been in bands, but I went out one night just to shoot pool at a nearby bar, and there was a short-lived blues jam that night, and I sat in, and the guy who I sat in with basically informed me that a hero of mine was playing down the street later that week, and I went to see him because he used to play with that guy. It was that guy named Junior Wells, who was a famous Chicago blues man. And I sat in with him. I got a chance to sit in, and it ended up leading to my invitation to join Junior Wells' band and move to Chicago when I was 23. And that was quite a thrill, because when I was in a blues band when I was 17 or so, about half our repertoire were Junior Wells songs. And then I met the man himself at the right time. So if I hadn't gone out to shoot pool that particular night, none of that would have happened. And then since I moved here, I went all over the world with him. I got to tour with Otis Rush, another hero of mine, and got to tour to Japan and the Middle East and Indonesia and all over South America and Europe many times with different artists. So if I'd probably still be in something involving publishing if I lived in New York City still. I didn't go out that particular night.
You hadn't gone out that night, yeah.
Yeah, don't let it be a Netflix world,
Right.
watch what you need to watch, but also go out and live a little,
Exactly. And how has working with well-known artists influenced your own style of music?
Oh, well, when you're around greatness, I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of something rubs off, and he was just someone, Junior was very charismatic and smart and weird and funny and kind of childlike in a great way. And just being in a band with the level of musicians, I just leveled up so much to playing with people who had played with B.B. King and Screamin' Jay Hawkins and James Cotton, all these great artists.
And you co-founded the Claudettes, which you'll be here Friday night at CSPS Hall. Tell us a bit about the Claudettes, how long you've been together, and your music.
Well, the drummer and I started it about 10 years ago as a piano drums instrumental duo, and over time it grew into a vocal group. He and I have a wide range of loves, but it was rooted in blues music, but I grew up in punk bands and I played classical. He listens to music from all over the world, and I came up with the term garage cabaret to describe the band, because it's got kind of the energy of garage rock, punk rock, like it's really alive, but it's got that sort of American roots music, like jazz, blues, soul in it too. So it's kind of unusual to have a kind of a punky rock band that's centered around the piano instead of the guitar. And that's what we are. So I've said before, it sounds like Alan Toussaint and Dick Dale formed a band, but we've had female vocals since the beginning. It was just a sound I heard in my head, and we had a singer named Barrett Ulseth for 7 years who was really great, and then Rachel Williams joined us a couple years ago, and the live show in particular is a whole new level. She's over 6 foot tall, from Texas. She's got a mohawk. She comes off like Annie Lennox, like with a soulful voice and just big stage presence, and she loves playing dress up. She does costume changes within the show. She comes from the theater, theater background, and it makes the show extremely entertaining. I'll just be playing and I'll just, I'm kind of concentrating on what I'm doing on the piano, but I'll look over at her and occasionally I'll just bust out laughing because she just makes all these different faces. She just inhabits the characters of the songs that I've written so powerfully that it's just like, I find it to be a show even for me.
Wow. And speaking of characters, you have composed for television shows like The Bear, which is an incredibly popular TV show. Tell us about that and how that process works.
Well, I was lucky that The Bear is based, is set in Chicago, and also the production takes place in Chicago. So we knew one of the producers who gave us the chance. I have a songwriting partner, JQ. We've been writing together for years, and we had the chance to do a little music for the first season, and they sent us some scenes, and I think I said, "Oh, that's the guy from Shameless." I recognized him, but I didn't know if the show was going to get picked up, or if it was, or how long, if it would be successful at all. And yeah, we watched it rise to the top of the heap, like 11 Emmys last year. And it's a great show. So the first season we had some music, and the second season really blew up kind of for us, where I have a 15-minute compilation film of themes we had in it that are really central, I think, to the action of the show. It's a pretty good gig in terms of like you're all grown up now.
Absolutely. Well, and I mean, you'll be here Friday night. Where can people get more information about you and the Claudettes?
Oh, well, CSPS is a venue we love. I think this is our third time at least playing there. CSPSHall.org is their website, and theclaudettes.com is our website.
Thank you so much, Johnny.